What is going on, guys? We are seeing a crash before Monday's opening. We can see right here, Bitcoin, last 12 hours, $577 million has been liquidated. What the heck's going on? Bitcoin is 86K right now. We can see today, this is the hourly candle. We dropped down to 85, and earlier today we were at $90,000. But before I get into that, I just want to remind you guys that this video is based solely on my opinion and what I'm personally doing in the market. I also want to let you know that some of the links below are affiliate links, meaning I may earn a commission, but this would be at no extra cost to you. And please remember, under no circumstances will I ever contact you and ask you for investments. You can also confirm all of my real social media handles in the description below, and this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor, but what I am is a guy sitting in his hotel room talking to you in a microphone. So I'm on here. It is very late. What time is it? It is 12:42 a.m. as I am making this video. And I am here just to share with you, like I've shared in previous videos, how I'm feeling about this and what's going on. I mean, like I've shared for a while, could we go a little lower? Absolutely. I've been telling you guys that for a while. Ultimately, this is just a liquidation event. But here are a couple things that are happening behind the scenes. Really, really good odds the Fed is going to cut rates 25 bips in December. That's a good thing, guys. Take a look right here. We have Kevin Hassett as probably the next Fed chair. Now, I did some research on him, and it does align with what Shay said here on X. Essentially, Hassett has spent his entire career arguing that the economy accelerates when capital stays cheap, okay? And the Fed leans towards expansion instead of restraint. Okay, these are two things that are good for equities, good for crypto. I gotta say that again. This is very, very good. He has said this many times. If Trump puts him back at the center of policy, then the person shaping rate decisions becomes someone who consistently pushes for easier financial conditions and faster growth. A growth-first economist running the monetary policy is about as market-friendly as it gets. And right now on Polymarket, guess who is the front runner? It's Kevin Hassett. By 58% chance, he is going to be the next Fed chair. Another one on Polymarket, who will Trump nominate as Fed chair? Kevin Hassett, 72%. Okay, so we are probably going to get somebody next year in the Fed who is incredibly good for equities and, in my opinion, for crypto. Because like he has said many times, his entire career argues that the economy accelerates when capital stays cheap, aka lower rates, and the Fed leans towards expansion instead of restraint. Again, this is all really, really good for risk assets, for crypto. If you don't believe so, right, if you think crypto's dead, then, feel free to not be on my watching my videos anymore. But if you're here, then you believe that crypto will benefit from someone like this who has this type of monetary policy. So guys, this is what's going on behind the scenes. And as you guys know, if you guys have been following my videos for any period of time, you know I've been here for a while. And it's so annoying, I know, when I say I've been here for a while. But the reason I say this is because these dips, yeah, they're a little annoying, but they're not terrifying. Taking a look at Bitcoin right here, I got involved in the space before 2015. So I have seen unbelievably horrendous volatility going down, 80%, 50%, multiple times. So if you zoom out far enough, does this really look like something terrifying? To me, not really, right? I remember back in 2021, right here, when in the summer of 21, we saw this vicious decline. And I'll tell you what I did. I panic sold some coins when Bitcoin went down 50+% because I was scared. Back then, it feels like not too long ago, but it also feels like forever ago, 4.5 years ago. I sold some because it got scary. And guess what? I did not buy when things were dropping. I panic sold when things were dropping, and then it hit a new all-time high. So for me, these drops, yeah, they're annoying. Yeah, they're frustrating. All we want is Bitcoin to go up to the right forever, right? I mean, ultimately, it's like, yeah, just like, please keep going up to the right forever. Please make our life easier. Let's blast this thing to $1 million, etc. But, volatility is here, volatility happens. So whatever happens short term, it really doesn't bother me. And I've really made it a practice, and practice because I'm not perfect at it, where I try not to look at my net worth in terms of how much Bitcoin is worth. I'm like, okay, I have this much Bitcoin. I have this much ETH. I have whatever, this much XRP, whatever whatever you want to buy. So I'm like, this is how much I have. This is my belief that things are eventually going to get better and go up and to the right. That's my belief anyway. And if you're here, you probably believe that too. So stop identifying or stop valuing your portfolio, or again, my practice, stop valuing my portfolio in US dollars. 21 million Bitcoin, fixed amount, and we are going to be printing more dollars, especially around the world. That's all you have to remember. At least that's all that, really is important to focus on, in my opinion. So take a look at the prices, right? I just said the price is right. Take a look at the prices, right? We can see, things are down 4 or 5%. Bitcoin a few days ago was $81,000. It could go down to the mid 70s like I've been sharing. If that happens, really, it doesn't matter. And just to give you some context, way back 3 months ago, I believe this was August or so, I made a video saying my best exchanges for selling crypto and cashing out. And there were a lot of comments saying stuff like this. Stop doing sell videos. You panic new people. The bull run hasn't happened yet. So guys, you have to literally do the opposite of the majority of what people are saying. Ultimately, right now, there's a heck of a lot of panic. And if you're one of the ones that are panicked, then okay, you're one of the majority right now, because the majority is freaked out, panicked. You're seeing gold and silver hit new all-time highs. The stock market could also hit a new all-time high soon. And they're like, oh my God, Bitcoin crypto, it sucks. I'm out. Well, when I made that video, we were well over, I believe, $110,000, and we were hitting new all-time highs all the time. Okay, well, the majority of the comments were not like, oh man, I'm so glad you made a video on cashing out and selling. It was, how could you make a video because the bull run hasn't started yet? What are you doing, man? You're such a bear. Why are you talking about selling and taking profits? So that's where I want to end this video on, is again, notice your emotions right now and realize that whatever you're feeling is probably the majority. Most people are in the majority. That's literally why it's the majority. So if you're panicked, if you're like, oh my God, I'm going to sell everything for a loss right now. I mean, again, do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do, of course, but just realize that when the majority is thinking about something, it's usually, again, not always, there's a train in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but it's usually not the best time to do the thing. Again, do whatever you want though. I'm not a financial advisor, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll end the video there. Whatever Bitcoin does, whatever Ethereum does, whatever Solana does over the short term, it doesn't matter. And you really have to think that way. If you don't, then you either invested too much in the space or you don't have the belief to withstand this volatility. I've been here for a long time. I've been through a lot. I've sold when I shouldn't have because I was panicked. I've bought the peaks, right? I've done everything. So I hope you guys are okay, emotionally doing okay. Feel free to be pissed off in the comments because me making these videos, I guess, is putting myself out there, right? I'm like a target for whatever reason, for better or worse. So whatever, share whatever you're doing, share whatever you're feeling. If you're buying more, let me know. If you're panic selling, feel free to let me know as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.